The only thing that sucks about living on the East Coast is that you have Monday night doubleheaders and the second game doesn't kick off until 9. I don't know. Maybe I'm just soft in my old age now. That could be it. Tomorrow morning, sure, it'll suck a little bit, but let's try and soften the blow here. Get some wins, anytime touchdowns, player props, sides, all of that right here. Let's make it happen to close out week 7. Yo, Dave Loughy here. Hey, if you don't mind, help me feed the algorithm. Otherwise, I wouldn't ask it. It's just the way things work. If you like these videos, do you think they helped you along the way? Take a second, hit that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment down below. Even if you're just telling me I suck, that's fine. But what are you tailing tonight? What are your favorite plays? Let me know. I try and read and respond to all of them. Let's get into the plays and kick it off with the Ravens on the road against the Bucs. They're 3.5-point favorites, 50-point total. What a fun game. Great Monday Night Football game. You know, look, I think the Bucs defense is actually pretty good, especially because Vita Vea had an injury scare in practice. Seems to be precautionary. He's going to play. Antoine Winfield's back. Kalijah Cansey's back. They made an immediate impact. Jamel Dean is out, which is not good, but they're pretty much healthy outside of him for the first time all season on defense. I suppose it's time for me to put my money where my mouth is, because I've said I think this Bucs defense, when healthy, is going to be better than projected. Just the way it is. Now, Lamar Jackson, look, I'm not betting the Bucs outright. Jackson has lost one career game against the NFC in his, I think he's like 22-1 now. And the game he lost was that super fluky Giants game where they went on this sun run and ended up getting smoked by the Eagles in the playoffs. But they have a functioning team now, like a functioning run game for the first time in a while, even though I don't think they're going to get much going against a pass funnel Baltimore team. But also, they have real pieces on offense and on defense. Baker Mayfield's been spectacular. Yeah, he gets picked off from time to time, but he moves the football. He's been highly accurate. Defense, they're only getting better and healthier. And the passing game's humming. You know, coming into week 7, no quarterback had thrown more passing touchdowns than Mayfield. Only 3 of them had a higher completion percentage on the season. I'm not taking anything away from Baltimore. This team is elite. They're the cream of the crop, no doubt about it. But this is just one of those spots where we're backing a home team as 3.5-point dogs. A very good football team right now as well. As 3.5-point home dogs, I'll take it. Give me the Bucs plus 3.5 at home. All right, prop time. Anytime touchdown, little receiving prop. I got more for the second game as well, so do not go anywhere. And as always, guys, look on the screen. Are you in any of those states? If you're in any of those states and you're not on Bet365 yet, it's wild. First of all, you get $200 in bonus bets for simply signing up. The link's in the description and in the pinned comment if you're trying to get the access to those bonus bets. Here's what you do. Click it, take a minute to get instantly verified, deposit 10 and only bet 5 of that. The moment that $5 settles, you have now $200 in bonus bets in your account that you did not have before. Talk about an instant boost to your bankroll. Also, even if you were to bet an in-game drive, I bet this game play to end in a field goal. Whether it does or doesn't, the moment that settles at the beginning of the game, and you're trying to live bet more, $200 in bonus bets. One more thing. Every Thursday night, you know how they do the $50 in bonus bets, or $50 in bets, $10 in bonus bets per touchdown? Now for opening night of NBA, bet $50 across any of the games in total, and you get another $50 in bonus bets. They're just throwing them at us. So if you're not there yet, link in the description and pinned comment. 21 years or older to gamble. If you have a gambling problem, call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. If not, go collect up to $300 in bonus bets. The best way to do it. Let's talk about Mike Evans. I like him for an anytime touchdown, number 1, okay? The Ravens have already allowed plus 140 on FanDuel. That's the best odds. Shop books, shop odds, especially for these. They've allowed 11 touchdown passes through the air through 6 weeks. He's plus 140. It's the best odds we're going to get on FanDuel by far. Over 53.5 receiving yards on Bet365. Really nice. All of these other books have got him up at 56.5, 55.5. Not crazy, but there's juice on the overs there. This is at minus 110. And the Ravens have allowed the second most pass completions of 20-plus yards of any team, 28. Only the Jags have allowed more, and they've played in an additional game so far. Another thing, too, passing yards per game, most in the league, Baltimore Ravens. Passing yards per attempt, most of any team at 8.1. Now, I will say this. They are better than the numbers would suggest. I've watched all of these Ravens games, a lot of tight window throws, a lot of just really accurate passes that went for touchdowns and long completions. But they are right now a pass funnel defense. They stop everything in the run. They're a brick wall there. So when I look at Evans and I go, okay, he hasn't been amazing this season. Godwin's been shouldering a lot of the load. I still think 53.5 is a great spot here, especially considering Godwin's a yards after the catch guy. Over on PFF, no team ranks better and higher in tackling than the Baltimore Ravens this year. So all of that considered, 53.5 yards is a spot that we can absolutely beat out and get over for Mike Evans in this spot. And of course, anytime touchdown at plus 140. Also, Rachaad White under 27.5 rushing yards. That's at Bet365 as well, minus 110. I'm seeing everything else in the 25.5 range. At this level, every single yard counts. Sean Tucker exploded last week. We've seen Bucky Irving just continue to get more involved. This Ravens team's allowing 3.3 yards flat, 3 yards per attempt per game. And as far as the run defense goes on yards per game, 59 yards per game. So if you're talking about a team that already doesn't allow rushing yards, Rachaad White dealing with a foot injury, even though he should return, and they have 2 other capable backs, and Todd Bowles says it's going to be a 3-man backfield where the hot hand gets the ball. I think Rachaad White could be more involved in the passing game if they fall behind. Don't see enough rushing work for him to be able to move the football against this Ravens defense. All right, let's go. Chargers laying 1.5 against the Cardinals. This game closes out our Monday night doubleheader, 44.5 point total. I really liked the under in this game on Tuesday, but I'm having second thoughts, and it's not because of any analysis I've done. It's because the injuries are mounting for this Chargers defense. I will throw everything in the premium Discord for you guys, okay? When we get injury news, I know plays are going to pop up, and I'm going to have more plays over on Tails in the premium Discord. As you already know, if you want to jump in, 50% off your first week is less than $5, 50% off your first month, less than $15. Link in the description. As always, come say what's up in the Discord, pop in and download the app, Odd Shopper, turn notifications on. We've been killing the primetime games, right? And we dropped a big one in there, 25 plus rushing yards last week for Audric Estime. We got there at plus 250. The Debo alt yards, you name it, we're there. We're having fun. And I can't drop them every morning in here because a lot of times they aren't even posted. So if you want to join me, let's do it. Otherwise, hang out with me in here and we can talk about why this game gets sketchy. Right now, in the secondary, you have some serious question marks. First of all, Joey Bosa is doubtful for the Chargers. But Christian Fulton and Jasir Taylor are questionable. These guys have been very good in coverage this year. And Asante Samuel Jr. is already on the IR. He's already on the IR. Deion Leonard, another one, he's out as well. They could be really thin in the secondary. And you're talking about 2 guys in Fulton and Taylor who only got limited practices on Saturday. That's their only practice participation. So they seem like legitimate game time decisions. It's tough. They want to run the football. We knew that coming into the season with Greg Roman as the OC and Jim Harbaugh at head coach. I mean, they rushed the ball 37 times last week against Denver. I expect more of the same this week against the Cardinals. The problem really comes down to the injuries on defense. Like, I look at this team and I go, they're allowing a league low 13.2 points per game, even only allowed 17 against Kansas City, right? In the games they've played this year, the total scores have been 32, 29, 30, 27, and 39, which is nuts. They're 4-1 to the under. They're holding opponents to, like I said, 13 points per game, but I worry about this secondary. Plus, they get Marvin Harrison back. The offense hasn't looked explosive for Arizona since week 2 when they smoked the Rams. So I'm leaning under, but I'm not, I wouldn't recommend betting it yet until we get more injury news. So let's do this. Let's talk, and I said I'll drop everything in preview and Discord when we do, because I think we're going to get some opportunities, maybe in this passing game for Arizona. Let's talk about some props here to close out the video. First one, well, I'm not going to give you Dobbins. I dropped that on Tails at 71.5 rushing. It's up to 79.5 across the board now, so I'm not going to do you dirty like that. Instead, give me Ladd McConkey anytime touchdown at plus 210 on FanDuel. Why? I know they want to run the football, but Quentin Johnston's doubtful for this game at the wide receiver position for LA. He leads the team with 9 red zone targets, but he's doubtful to play. Who's second in red zone targets? Ladd McConkey with 6. Who's tied for the team lead with 3 end zone targets this year? He has 2 touchdowns as well. Ladd McConkey. And Arizona can be carved up in the passing game, even though this is a run-first offense for the Chargers. So there you go. Those are your plays for Monday Night Football doubleheader. Would love to see you guys over there in Tails. Otherwise, I'll see you back here tomorrow. Picks for every game. Early look for Week 8. Have a good one. Peace.